Hi, this is Mandelyn Reese, and this is episode 5, part 2. I have no idea why my camera cut off last time. It's been doing that, and so I guess I just have to deal with it because it's the only camera I have. Anyway, so I actually forgot that I left off this big quote up here, and I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. Change doesn't always feel good. Sometimes the universe has to give you a colossal shove or close some doors that hurt. But ultimately, if you get through it and look for the positive lessons, you will see that it's for your own good and helping you towards your dreams. You just can't be too blind to see. And I have an example of that. Back in 2004, I had a breakup happen to me. It was a 3.5-year relationship that hit me out of the blue on my 21st birthday, and this was a person I was engaged to, and it trashed me. I was devastated for a very long time, but the silver lining was the timing was set up to where I got this opportunity to go live on campus at the dorms and work there and be paid and be able to live on campus for free. And I took that golden opportunity. And so for that brief amount of time, it was my senior year in college, and that was a dream of mine, to go live on campus and live it up a little bit, and have that college experience that everybody hears about, partying a little bit. And so I was so studious, and I actually got to do a little bit of partying, but not until my senior year, and I was, newly single, and it was cool. And so, that was that. And that was my example of that story, of how sometimes change doesn't feel good, and some doors have to close that hurt, but ultimately it's gonna be good for you in the long run. You just might not know it for a while. Over here we have, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. And over here I put in parentheses the key, and that quote is by Albert Einstein. And so basically, what you're imagining in your mind, you could end up manifesting. So if you're imagining a bunch of negative outcomes, there's a good chance you might actually manifest negative outcomes in the circumstances you're facing. So rewire your brain and say just cancel, cancel, and start imagining and manifesting a positive outcome. And a lot of times you'll notice you will get it. Sometimes some things will take time, so that you'll have opportunity to change your choices, so just keep that in mind. Over here, Create Your Universe as You Go Along by Winston Churchill. And that one is linked to imagination. So you can create your universe by manifesting what you're thinking about. And I think I mentioned this in one of the prior episodes, but to have a bucket list, a wish board, cut out pictures of things you want and keep them on a poster board. I actually have one in my room, and maybe someday I'll show you in another episode. And I have a life list of things I want to do, and when I do something on the list, I cross it off and I date it, and I give a little explanation of who I was with or where I went. This one says, don't worry about tomorrow, or yesterday for that matter. And I came up with that one back when I was really deep in my spiritual enlightenment, like in the beginning. And I was like, wow, things are happening, and it's like, why worry about the past, with yesterday, and, I can't change it. I have to just learn from it. And then don't worry about tomorrow. The reason I say that, yes, it's good to plan it for the future, and I actually kind of plan, about a week in advance with stuff. I keep a planner. Anyone who hangs around me long enough will get a glimpse of my planner. I'm a little bit old school. I have a planner about yay big, and I'm always writing in it furiously, and I like to cross things off. It's just one of my things that I like to do. Over here in tiny red print, everybody is struggling with something. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how much money you have, how many cars you drive, how big your house is. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Persian. It doesn't matter how old you are, if you're male or female. everybody is struggling with something. And who knows what it is. But you just have to keep that in mind. You might be having a bad day. You know what? So someone else is too. You just don't know what it is. So whoever you encounter, be positive and kind to them. Maybe that'll make their day. You have no idea. Compliment people. Build them up. The more you build up other people, you're going to feel better about you even. And they might turn it back around and say, oh, we'll give you a compliment. And it's only a beneficial energy when you do that kind of thing. So, every day is precious. Any moment could be your last. Everything and anything can change in an instant. This is why it's important to enjoy the present to the fullest. Experiment with life. Bend or break some rules. I came up with that one. And I want to reiterate, anything and everything can change at any moment. You could get a phone call in 3 in the morning, hey, this person died. You could turn a corner and someone's going to run into you with their car. You just never know what's going to happen in an instant. So that's why I keep reiterating every episode, live in the present, enjoy the present. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how much time you have. So, over here, holding on to a strong belief that you deserve to be happy and prosperous and have abundance in all areas of your life is the key. So that goes back to the positive thinking and manifesting your dreams. Believe that you deserve good things. You deserve to be treated right. You deserve abundance and prosperity. Work at it. You do have to have some determination to follow your inner guidance, those inner promptings I was talking about in the last part. So listen to your heart and it will help you determine the ways to bring your abundance into this life. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. So I love that one. It's by Joseph Campbell. And it says, find what you're passionate about, tune into that, and then the universe will help you with that. They will open those doors of opportunity, and you have to be strong enough to walk through them. Take that chance. Oh, go through that door. You hear that quote about, I show you the door, it's up to you to walk through it. You do have to go into it, so take those chances. Your responsibility is to do the very best you can in any situation for the highest good, keeping in mind that we are spiritual beings and that we're going to be held responsible for our actions. You might be held responsible for things that you do immediately or somewhere down the road. You never know. It might even be in your next lifetime. And maybe if you don't believe in reincarnation, that's cool, free will to not believe in it. I happen to believe in it now. I had mixed feelings about it before, but the more spiritual I've gotten and the more people in the very deep into spirituality that I've talked to, definitely you might have more lifetimes than you think you do. So the key is unconditional love, especially with children. Unconditional love. Your child is learning and growing and models their behavior after you. If you're living a really chaotic, negative life, it's going to be reflected and amplified in your child. So I just wanted to share that with you. But unconditional love with your spouse, your family, they're going through things. They're not perfect. They have issues. Love them. Just love them. Trust that your hard work and devotion will have long-term positive effects on your life and on the lives of others. So work hard, be good, be kind, and it will reap the rewards eventually, if not right away. Enlightenment is a choice. That was one of my very first ones that I coined, I guess you could say. You have to choose to go through with this process of opening your mind. And that's all there is to it. It's a choice. You have to be fearless. You have to put up an iron shield. And I mean metaphysically. My friend Dennis told me that one. Being fearless